Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can run an open source AI image model for image generation and of course, image editing. So basically, you can have a capability similar to Gemini and ChatGPT, but it is offline, it is unlimited, and it is basically free forever. And it is also nice that we can do something with our photos and we don't have to pay for API or subscription, and the setup is actually very easy. So this is by far one of the easiest options out there if you really want to set up a local AI model, and this is way better, way simpler than installing something like ComfyUI, where you have to set up the workflow and there are so many nodes that you have to deal with. And ComfyUI is great, but I don't think it is a piece of software for the masses because how complex it is to actually just run an AI model. So the tool that we are going to use is called Unsloth, and this is still very new, still in beta, but it is definitely usable, and I will guide you on how you can use this software. So to download it, you can navigate to Unsloth.ai, and after that you can click the download button on the page and install the program on your computer. Mind you that the setup file here is very small, but when you actually install the software, it will start downloading a bunch of components because, well, this is an AI agent tool, so there are plenty of things that it needs to be able to make AI to do something useful on your computer. So just be patient and just let it finish the installation and download process. But when you're done, you can open the software and you see something that basically looks like this. Now, this is the chat mode, but we want to generate a picture. So this is what's unique about Unsloth, because it is not only for chat generation or text generation, you can also run image models and even video models. But let's focus on the image models first. So let's navigate to images. And as you can see, these are some examples that I have generated before. And here, if you want to download an AI model for image generation, let's navigate to Model Hub. And we have to download at least one image model to be able to use it. Now, there are a few things that are very important that you need to pay close attention to before you can download a model. Okay, first, make sure that you are in the Discover section. Okay, here is the menu. And then for the format, select all formats. There is not just GGUF. And for all capabilities, just narrow it down to image generation. Okay, and here for the filter, you want to enable only show models that fit. This is important because you don't want to download a model that is just too big for your device. You want something that at least theoretically can run on your computer. Now, this filter is not perfect because sometimes you will see a model that is not actually small enough for your device, but at least this filter is helping. Now, after that, this is also another piece of setting that is very important. In the download protocol, by default, it selects auto, but I do recommend to go with XET. Now, HTTP is also good, and the benefit of HTTP is when you download and then for some reason your internet got disconnected, you can resume. But from my experience, HTTP is not reliable. Sometimes it will just stop randomly. So essentially, when you are downloading a model, you might want to attend the whole thing to actually make sure that the model is being downloaded. So XIT cannot resume a download. So when you download and then let's say you have reached 99% and then you got disconnected, then well, you have to start all over again. That sucks, but XCT is usually a lot faster and also more reliable than HTTP from my experience. So that's why I recommend to go with XCT. But if you're okay with HTTP or auto, then feel free to select those. Okay, now after that, you can just select a model that you want to download. We got plenty of models. There are models from different labs, like we got Quen models, Ernie, Z-Image, LTX. I think this is actually video model, but for some reason now it is also, yeah, I mean, the filter is not perfect, we select image generation, but sometimes some other models are showing up. But I just download a model based on the capability of your computer. Now, my recommendation right now is Flux to Clean 4B. So here is the model, Flux to Clean 4B. Flux to Clean is often referred as the local nano banana, similar to Gemini nano banana, but local. And also it's quite small. We got the 4 billion parameter version, and also the quality is decent. It is not the best, but it's decent for its size. So if you are not quite sure which one to download, then I do recommend to go with Flux to Clean. Or if you have a slightly bigger PC, then you can go with the 9 billion parameter version, which is definitely way better. Okay, now when you're done, let's go back to images. And then here, click select image model. And in the on device section, you can see the models that you have downloaded. Just select the model. I'm going to select Flux to Clean. Now, I guess I'm going to show you my GPU usage, sorry, my computer usage, memory usage. So this is before running the model, as you can see. I got 16 GB of GPU, but 2.4 is being used by some other things. Now I'm going to load the model and just wait for a few seconds. And you'll see that the number will jump any second now. Oh yeah, I think it is also worth mentioning that there are many components for an image model. So it's not just using your GPU. There are a few things that are also being loaded into your system memory. That's why when you are loading the model, you'll see that it might be using some other memory other than the GPU. And by the way, if you don't have a GPU, that is totally fine. You can still run the model with just system memory or RAM, though it's going to be a lot slower, but technically usable. Okay, I think the model has been loaded, and yeah, the model has been loaded. Now let's generate a picture. I'm going to just copy a prompt that I prepared. Okay, so this is the prompt area where you can enter the info. There's also a negative prompting option, though for Flux to Clean, it's really not necessary. You don't really have to do that. And you can choose the aspect ratio. Now, I do have a problem with this setting because let's say here it says a landscape 4:3, but just look at the setting next to it. Look at this button. Okay, so this is a landscape, truly landscape. But if I turn this to portrait, even though it says landscape, it is actually portrait. So it is no longer 4:3, it is becoming 3:4. Yeah, I dislike this UI. This is just not the best way to communicate to the user about the aspect ratio for the model. And I'm hoping that they will fix this in the future. I would rather see something like landscape 4:3 and then next to it perhaps portrait 3:4. That is way more intuitive than whatever this is. Okay, anyway, I will go with let's go with this one. It's going to be a portrait picture, even though it says landscape. And the resolution, this is usually correlates to the aspect ratio, so you don't have to change it. For the settings, I do recommend to not touch any of it. Perhaps you can choose the number of images that you want to generate. That is totally fine, but just for testing, let's just generate one image at a time. And the seed number is, well, we can set it to be empty. In the advanced section, most of the times you don't want to touch any of it. But if you have a problem with the memory, then you can look at the memory setting and then select it to be low VRAM. It's going to make the generation to be slower, but in return, you can run the model even if your computer is very, very old. But for me, oh, sorry about that. For me, I think auto is fine. But I also have GPU, so I'll go with fast. And I'm going to reapply that to my model. Now just wait for it to be loaded, the settings to be applied, and then the model will be reloaded. So just wait for a few more seconds, and after that we can start generating the picture. And by the way, you can also save your own settings in case you want to have a preset. You can save that, so in the future you can reapply that again without having to navigate through all the settings that you did before. Alright, I'm going to click generate, And I'll just show you the GPU usage. As you can see, there is a jump in the process. And there you go. Yep, that was really quick. It was just a few seconds of burst and it's done. Yeah, this is really fun because you can iterate really quickly and you can do all of things. You can do image generation. Now let's try another picture. I'll try to use this prompt and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, less than 10 seconds, 6 or maybe 7 seconds for one image. That is pretty good. That is really good. Okay, now how about the other features that we can use on this model? Well, some features are not available, like transform, extend, upscale, and edit are not available. But honestly, I'm not really a big fan about how they describe these things. So edit is not available, but inpaint is basically editing. Inpaint is editing. So yeah, they will have different terminologies for different models. That's just the truth. Okay, let's go with inpaint. And I will select a different picture. Okay, I actually have this picture loaded before. And I will perhaps, well, you know what? Let's add something. Maybe add an owl sitting on her shoulder. I'll tell AI to add an owl sitting on her shoulder. Okay, that's it. I'll just keep the same settings. Actually, it gotta be landscape. Okay, send a message. Generating 20. Okay, the image was simply too big. No problem, let's remove that. Okay, replace the image. Let's try a smaller picture. How about this one? Okay, make the car or change the background to a downtown, let's say Chicago. Let's try that. Let's generate. Oh, I forgot that this is in painting. I have to select. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, in paint, the downside of in paint is you have to select the element first. Okay, so if that was the case, then perhaps let's just select the whole car, and we are going to just modify this section of the car. So let's tell AI that turn the car into a truck. Okay, so yeah, in paint, that means you have to select the area that you want AI to modify. Okay, I guess this is a sort of truck. It is just modifying the back part of the car, which is fine. Now remember, this is a 4 billion parameter model, so it's not going to be giving you the best results, but it is actually fun to experiment. Now, how about reference? Okay, I'll just delete this and I will use a different picture. Let's try a picture of, let's try that woman again. And I'm going to tell AI to imagine her standing on top of a tall skyscraper with clouds in the background. Okay, now I think the aspect ratio is fine. Generate the image, and it should only take several seconds to finish. Yeah, as you can see, just using extra, actually a few more gigabytes. There you go. Yeah, that is a pretty good picture. Definitely not the sharpest, and well, it's not perfect, of course, but yeah, I guess it's kind of similar to the character. I mean, just look at the face, and then here, not exactly the same though, but I'm quite impressed that for a model that is very small and runs for just several seconds, it can do all of this. So that's really good. Now, if you like the result, you can click the download button and then you can select the format, which is PNG, JPEG, and WebP. And you can select the location of the download, and then the image will be saved to your computer, and this is the result. So that's basically how you can generate an image or even editing an image using open source local AI models on your computer. Don't forget to eject the model when you're done and close the app, because you don't want it to consume all of your memories. So yeah, that's just a good practice when you're done using an AI tool. So anyway, I hope you learned something from this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you want to see some really cool use cases and things that you can do with AI out there, then you can subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.